Symphonia for South Africa is a registered NPO created to mobilize active citizenship around education. It offers every South African an opportunity to make a valuable contribution to the education of all our children.
Hi, I'm Nomathemba Sithole. I'm the learning process facilitator for the Partners for Possibility program. The video you're going to see shows the work that was done in the past year by an amazing group of 8 principals and 8 business leaders who partnered to support schools in the community. Watch and listen.
Since 2010, Partners for Possibility has been the flagship project for Symphonia. It's a year-long partnership between a business leader and the school principal, and its approach is to focus on the principal and the leadership challenges and the development, with 2 key outcomes expected during the first year, namely, 1. The principal attains the confidence and skills to lead. 2. The principal's improved leadership ability results in more energy at the school at 4 key levels.
We've partnered with Partners for Possibility in supporting 2 schools in Claremont and Quadabeka, as we felt that education in our beautiful country really needs some further input and funding as far as possible.
Together, the principal and the business leader develop a partnership plan that provides visible evidence of the leadership transformation journey. The school becomes the theater for executing this plan, and in the process, the learners and the entire school community receive many benefits. An important component of the program is the community of practice session, which brings together the entire group of PFPs every 6 weeks to compare notes, give encouragement, and promote teamwork in the year-long program. Symphonia for South Africa was founded by Louise Van Ryan in 2008 for the express purpose of ensuring quality education for all South African children by 2022. The program operates in 5 provinces: Western Cape, Gauteng, KwaZulu-Natal, Eastern Cape, and Limpopo. Buhlebe Mfundo Secondary School in Quadabeka. Extreme exam preparation workshops for the matric learners were undertaken by Kerry, who is a specialist consultant and coach.
I've always had a passion for education, I think born out by the fact that I studied to be a teacher. And then I think as soon as you have a child, you have a passion for education. And then of course going to the first information session, I just knew in that moment, I just, your heart just lifts and you know this is something very powerful that's happening.
The main concern that we had was the improvement of our school results, because basically as a high school we are gauged on how much we produce, and if we happen to be below the 60% range, then our school becomes the departmental focus area. So our main target was to ensure that we improve the results so that at least we are out of that bracket of underachieving schools.
These led to the school attaining a pass rate of 75%.
We gained a 75% pass rate for the 2015 MSc examinations, which was the target that we have set ourselves when we started this partnership.
Once you start this journey, it's not just a year journey. In fact, you actually want to stay. So I'm committed, and I think we obviously just need to discuss where from here. We did a teacher workshop, which I think we're going to try and look at how to move that forward. I'd still like to be involved in the matric preparation, study skills.
In addition, the partners ran workshops and the matric educators, as well as the orientation sessions for the incoming 8th graders in 2016.
The workshops that we attended, from Time to Think workshop, was very much empowering, because I really got to understand how to make people actually think and sit down and take stock of what they need to do. We also attended the flawless consulting, which is a skill that I hope is very essential for me as a principal, because sometimes as principal we tend not to listen to people. So there are some skills that were valuable to me. And lastly, community building, to ensure that we involve the communities in all the ventures that we engage on as a school. So those really 3 workshops really empowered me a lot.
Kernersville Primary School, Claremont. The partners emphasized thinking skills in the many workshops that were offered in the educators and the school governing board.
Through Partners for Possibility, we were able to have a sponsor from abroad. A lady that sponsored the retaining wall is a lady that is related to one of our educators. We have also been able to get a sponsorship from Metropolitan, which sponsored us with 35,000 rands to pay for the paint for the school.
School leaders were introduced to the benefits of a growth mindset and the dangers of having a fixed mindset.
This was an opportunity for me to actually take my knowledge and skills and out of my own choice invest that in something that to me would have a future impact in the lives of many children and people and teachers, and so to make a contribution to building our country.
We also have in the pipeline 2 classrooms that will be constructed mid-March. We've got a sponsor from abroad and a sponsor from Divine Life Society. So now, really, without the partnership, I wouldn't have been able to get this sponsorship. I thank you.
I think every individual needs to be acknowledged, and especially my partner, invest the time he has from the time we've started off to attend, to meet together, and to be, I think his open-mindedness to embrace this has been for me key to the success we've had so far. And obviously to Partners for Possibility and yourself for making this possible and facilitating this.
Windy Heights Primary School, Malukaz. The business leader who partnered with the principal of this school is a former learner at the school.
My father was a pioneer in that particular school, in that he was the first chairperson to run that particular school. At that time it was a prefab and we used to learn under trees. But now the challenges that we face is somewhat different. Different is that the socio-economic standards of that particular area, the learners that come to that particular school, and the safety and security of kids in that particular school was of a concern to me when I first got there.
The partners created a 5-year plan for the school through the year 2020. Through the partners network in the community, the school now has benefits from health, nutrition, and other services in Malukazi community.
As a new principal, you'll find that you'll find there are people that you are not welcome as a school. You have to address those things. And again, you are working under a community that is a very poor community. Those are the challenges that you face when you're supposed to pay school fees, they're not able to pay, and you are supposed to make sure that the school is functioning, and that is difficult. So those were the challenges that I found when I started with the Partners for Possibilities.
The school is located in a very poor community and has become a no-fee school in 2016.
Really, it was an honor to be with the Partners for Possibility as an individual, meeting people from different spheres, meeting you as our facilitator. As we speak, my leadership skills really have improved. You are able to, even if you know that today really you have to deal with someone, but you are able to be matured and above all issues as a leader. Again, it has brought confidence on me as a leader. Now I know that anything I can do, I have that now motto that I can do anything. So anything that you can put on me, I can do it.
Siposetu School, Mount Edgecumbe. The partners at this primary school designed and implemented an English proficiency program. They also created a staff room by shifting room usage and consolidating the reading room with a computer lab.
Sage has always been involved in giving back to the community. It's something that we're very passionate about. It's something that we have done for as long as I can remember. I wanted to do something that will have a far-lasting impression even once the paint on the walls have faded. Right from the outset, I think Zava and I discovered that we have a lot in common.
Cheryl has donated computers for school as well as the library, and he brought some staff from Sage to come and assist here during their own time. And we have moved the books, they donated with the books, and we rearranged the library in a correct way, and there was a librarian who came to school to assist even the teacher who is responsible for the library, how to arrange the books correctly.
Our very first goal was to form a cohesive team spirit between her and her teachers. We found that these teachers didn't even have space to have an area to prep, to have meetings, and to just get together with tea time. So that was one of the first areas that we addressed, is to have a look at how we can better utilize the space.
Most of these changes were funded by Sage, the company that sponsored the partnership.
I have learned a lot attending the workshop for Partners and Possibilities. I have learned strategies of management. I have learned also, the team that we worked together, their experiences as business partners and other principals. I have gained a lot from them. Yeah, that's all.
I would not have been able to go through this entire year without Namathemba, Gogo as everybody knows her. Her advice, her support, just being there. If I was finding something that was just a bit too much for me, I could pick up the phone, I could phone her, didn't matter what time of the day. We've become great friends, and we still have a great big lunch date ahead that the two of us need to plan. So I really need to thank her for just being there.
Partners for Possibility, putting school as the center of community.
Greyville School, Durban. The partnership at this school proceeded well and planned various school and learner improvement projects.
Looking at the school demographics, in terms of socio-economic background, the children, most of them come from relatively poor background, and the parents, busy parents, they are not used to support schools. So we had to look at that, and we had to set up meetings with the communities, with the leadership, with the principals. That was the biggest challenge.
The partnership at this school proceeded well and planned various school and learner improvement projects. However, the principal unexpectedly resigned at a critical time in the program, and the replacement principal could not join the program due to the program stage. It was too late to start over.
First and foremost, we had to look at the performance of the school, how the teachers perform. We had to look at the statistics for the past 5 years, where the school comes from in terms of results. We had to motivate the teachers. As a team, we had to form a powerful team building session.
We didn't complete the program we started at Greyville School for the simple reason that the principal resigned in the middle of the year of the program. I really felt bad for the school, which is really deserving, and I'm thankful for the contribution of Shaban Khan until his resignation. I learned 2 things. One, the principal is the reason why we're here. Number two, that life happens.
Lamula Primary School. The school now has a strong volunteer corps and collaborates with Thomas More School and St. Mary's School in an English program called Smile.
The valuable part for me was actually understanding that we have a lot to offer, but we need to be engaged.
This primary school in Molweni Valley is built on a slope that had no recreational facilities.
I got to hear of Partners for Possibility when there was a presentation at St. Agnes Church a couple of years ago, and when I went to that meeting I thought this is the most wonderful organisation. I asked, are there any ways in which I can be involved in Partners for Possibility? I'm not a principal, I'm not even a teacher, I'm not a business person, but I've been involved at Lamula School. And then Nomathemba Sithole told me, oh well, Lamula is asked to be part of Partners for Possibility. And there's a business person, Mark Gibbings, who we're thinking of linking them. I said, I know Mark, he's from our church. So I've been involved with the partnership to some extent. And I'm passionate about PFP and I'm passionate about Lamula. And it's just been wonderful to see the things that are developing in the school.
Getting people that is connected to assist us with the infrastructure. In particular, we needed the playing facilities for learners in the soccer and the netball field.
The partners raised funds, planned and installed a soccer field and a netball court. The school also began an English proficiency program for all grades, and the incentive to excel was created through the donation of school shoes to the most improved learner each month.
We just wanted at the time to have learners that were going to be at ease with themselves and motivating them to speak English, because that is what we thought was going to be the best for them in growing up and obviously involving themselves with the world out there.
Partners for Possibility, putting school at the center of community.
Shamaila Secondary School, Umlazi. The principal in this partnership was brought in to change the school from extreme non-performance.
So one has been very, very frustrated in looking for solutions. And when this program came to me, when Ukoko introduced it to me, I was like, wow, I can jump into this program to see if ever I can be able to make a change in the school. Because my only interest was based on looking at making a change, basically, which is the results.
During the partnership with Notlandla, one of the key programs that we looked at, it was how can we bring a non-profit NGO partner to assist the school in implementing Saturday classes, especially in the stream of physics and maths, and look at how that stream can improve the pass rate in the school. We were able to get one NGO who was able to commit and do that task, and I'm proud that the school has really achieved good results. But we also realized that I think the good thing is realizing that with these kinds of programs, you really need a lot of support and funding to implement it. And also, we realized that we need to implement this at least from a grade 10 level, so that by the time they reach grade 12, have built a pipeline of students.
So working with the matrics was a key component of the partnership plan. The business leader funded a Saturday study program.
We're facing a huge challenge in the education sector, and so I see a lot of us spending a lot of time complaining and blaming government, and I thought that I'm sure one can lend a hand and do something about it. And so I decided to be involved in the program. The key challenges that we looked at, really, we've gone through a number of them, but one of the key ones, it was the issue of the matric pass rate. And I think what I loved about it is this time we spent to actually look at the root cause so that we can attack the problem from that angle. And so it was really good to actually spend time, look at why the school is not achieving good pass rates and how we can move that and implement programs going forward.
New Haven Secondary School, Chatsworth. This partnership developed an infrastructure improvement plan and created a strategy for drawing resources to the school through establishing of an ex-learner society.
The vision that came to me was actually stolen from Peter Block, the structure of belonging. What I felt was what we needed to do is bring back into the fold all those that were lost to this community, those that passed through this community and did so well. As an example, I was hearing that in 1 year alone, this school produced 16 doctors. Now, when I heard comments such as that, and I got to know that ex-learners of New Haven Secondary were actually in prominent positions, I felt it was my job to bring back into the fold all these ex-learners with the view towards them giving back to the institution.
The newly established society has become the vehicle for attracting now successful former learners back to the school. The class of 1985 had a reunion after the launch of the society, and one high-performing matriculant was given a scholarship by the class.
Mr. Harry Naidu, the current principal of New Haven, it makes a big difference when you have the right partner. It makes a big difference when the right chemistries are matched up. And Harry and I just from day one got it off. So the challenges that he articulated to me the first day I walked around the school, because of him, they were not insurmountable. There were many challenges, and they ranged from playgrounds to marquees to covered areas for assemblies to libraries, etc. But we systematically worked through that, and we have not just a short-term intervention to deal with one project. It's an ongoing thing. And with our collective wisdom, and certainly led by his thinking, we have prioritized some of the things.